Testing.
Testing.
One and two.
One,
We
two,
have Denzel
three. How
and Halle Berry.
Welcome back to our channel. It's your girl, Krissy.
And Reggie.
Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and ring the bell to turn on the post notifications for our next videos. If you watched our first video, we kind of preluded to what this video was going to be about, and that is
how we met.
How we met.
Yeah, me and Krissy definitely have two separate stories, kind of in a sense, but they merge together at some point. But we'll let you guys decide whose stories sound more realistic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely two sides to every story. I mean, I think we all know whose story is going to be right.
It's the lie.
Which is me.
And the truth.
The truth and the lie. We had it a little backwards.
Okay.
But he definitely tells it well. So I was going to let him start and then I'll just, jump in as needed to kind of help clarify the truths to the lies that you might tell.
All right. Let me tell my truth. Because that's all I can tell.
But you have to give the context, give some background into set the stage for how we met.
All right, so I want to say it was March. I think the last weekend of March, actually. It's March 25th to be exact. Do you know the date?
I don't, but that sounds about right.
I knew when my life changed. So it was a Friday night. I want to say it was like happy hour, like around 7, 8 o'clock p.m. I just probably been in DC at that time for probably about 6 months because I moved here in October 2015. So, I was like trying to get to know the city. This was probably when I was 24, 25, around that age. So I was just going to different bars every night or whatever, doing whatever I might do. Just me, I wasn't looking for nothing serious, but
wait, can I give my context now before we set the stage to how we actually met? So that was his context.
Okay.
My context was that, getting ready to graduate. So your girl was done. I was having a good time, enjoying my senior year, not really looking for anything serious.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, my best friend from Jacksonville, shout out to Libby, she was in town that weekend visiting me. That was her first time in DC.
Okay.
And then, that's pretty much the context.
A couple of my friends that I went to college with also moved at the same time, and I was with him. His name is Johnny. What's up, Johnny? My boy Johnny. But we moved up to Washington D.C. at the same time. So we went out one Friday night. It was usually, because this was like an every weekend thing. Me and Johnny used to go out on every Friday night after work. And so it was a bar called Marvin's. Rest in peace, Marvin's, because it's closed down.
Marvin's closed down due to COVID. So that's really going to be sad, because that was the main place that we used to go to in DC on U Street.
I was literally in there probably for about 15, 20 minutes and just vibing. I had a beer in my hand, just enjoying being out after work, enjoying myself. I randomly got, I thought it was pretty crowded, so I thought I seen a pretty young lady, this young lady right here. I thought she was trying to get by, because it was just okay, I don't know who she is. And then she had stopped. She was like, no, I wanted to say what's up. And then I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, you both, and that, it ain't nothing wrong with women going up to men at all. I don't care at all, but it caught me off guard for sure.
So I had told you my best friend Libby was in town, so we decided we were gonna go out that night. And we were also gonna meet up with one of my closest friends, Courtney, shout out to Courtney, and my other friend, Alyssa, shout out to Alyssa. So we decided we were gonna go out to Marvin's. And so we all got dressed up. We had definitely been drinking a lot. I don't know exactly what time it was, but I do remember that, we walked into Marvin's, got in, went to the corner, got some drinks. And then I guess I'll let you go because that's like kind of leading up to like how this happened.
And I was like, what's up? And then she was like, oh no, what's up? And I was like, oh, okay. I was a little slow at the moment. I was like, okay. And then I took control of the whole conversation from there because I was just like, okay, you want to talk? I can talk. We exchanged each other's names. I really don't remember the conversation, but I can just give you a brief conclusion of what the conversation was about. So she thought I know this because I asked her where she was from, and she said Jacksonville, Florida. And then I was like, Jacksonville, Florida? I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And
and I didn't believe him. I was like, he's just saying he's from Jacksonville, Florida to try and act like we got something in common and, trying to spit game and be like, oh, I'm from Jacksonville too.
I think from there we kind of, it went to another level because we kind of had a common base for sure. And so, I asked her like how old she was. And I remember, at some point in the conversation, I was like, introduce me to your friends because she told me her and her friends are in town.
Okay, and then now my turn.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, I said my girls and we came in to Marvin's. We had our drinks, and I think it was probably Alyssa. Alyssa was like, oh, look, there's a guy, like, he's really attractive. He kind of looks like Cam Newton. And Cam Newton, like, when he was, playing college ball, not like Cam Newton now.
Oh my God, that's so shady.
And so I was like, yeah, no, he is cute. And she was like, you know what, Kristen, you should go up and talk to him. Like, why not? Shoot your shot. Like, you never know what's gonna happen. Like, and I was like, nah, like, it's okay. Like, I'm not really trying to talk to anyone. Like, I'm just trying to vibe, like, have a good time. And she was like, this might be something that you regret for the rest of your life.
She said that?
She said that. Anyway, I'm always up for a dare. Like, my friends and I, like, we always do dares, and I'm always down for that. So I was like, okay, I'll go over and speak to him. So I had my drink, and I walked over, and I think Reggie says, like, I took a sip of my drink before I said anything, which is probably true, just to, like, give myself some liquid courage. But yeah, I was like, hey, and I don't even know what I said, honestly. I forget exactly what my one-liner was. Yeah, I didn't even have one. Like, I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, I was probably like, hey, how are you? Then we started figuring out that we were both from Jacksonville. He told me what high school he went to. He introduced me to his friend, Johnny, who was also from Jacksonville. So that was like weird. And then once I like met his friends, and I was like, oh wow, like, my best friend is from Jacksonville and she's visiting me, like, and then I think at that point he was like, oh, like, let me introduce you, can you introduce me to your friends? And I was like, sure.
She walks me back over to her friends. As soon as I guess they get a viewpoint of my face, I end up knowing her best friend, Libby, kind of from when I was in high school, and we kind of...
Well, you missed it. So Libby was like, Reggie?
Yeah, she screamed my name, because we know each other.
And I was like, this is really weird. Like, how did she know him? Oh, wait, I missed like a really big part of the story.
Oh, what's up?
I literally can't believe I forgot this.
What's up?
Okay. The moment that I met you, that like something, I had this feeling inside that was like, this is gonna be your husband.
Wow.
And I think I've told you that, and I'm like, I literally can't believe I forgot to say that when it happened. Yeah. But yeah, like that was really weird to me, and I like didn't know how to feel about that because I hadn't felt that way with any other person before. But like, I know that sounds really cliche, but like, it actually happened. So sorry, just to like throw that in there at that part, but yeah, that's honestly how I felt. So ladies, just a heads up, definitely go ahead and shoot your shot because you never know. You might meet your future husband. So
never know.
I'm glad I did. But sorry, let's go back to where were we?
And Libby screams my name.
Oh yeah, Libby screams.
And so me and her, we exchanged hugs and kind of caught up real quick because I haven't seen her probably since I lived in Jacksonville, in which I was in high school. So like we just caught up, and it was just like and we kind of, me and Kristen, like kind of unbelievable looking at each other, kind of like, okay, this is really
I think I just like
weird.
Walked to kind of like the side. I think I was like, I had a moment to myself. I was like, this is just so weird. It was just too weird. And then like,
the climate of the club, it was a lot of people in the club. So it so happened two people from Jacksonville meet each other in the same place is very unlikely. unless you already know that person. So it was just seemed very strange how, because there was a lot of people in the place, and how she randomly came up to me. I know why, but like she randomly came into the place, and it just, you know, how it transpired from there.
Yeah.
And then once, you know, once I got done with Libby, I think me and Libby took a picture that night.
Yeah, they did. And he also says too, I guess he was very popping that night, because I wasn't the only woman that came up to him trying to get his, well, I didn't ask for his number, I think he asked for mine, but he definitely had a lot of other ladies coming up to him that night. So
I don't know what it was.
Pretty good.
I guess I was. I don't know. I was just being me.
Yes, he was. Okay.
But anyways, but the conversation went from there. I got her number, because I kind of, once she came up to me, I took control of the whole conversation though. Like, she didn't really have to say too much.
I mean, I did the most.
She did the most important part. She came to me.
Give me my credit, thank you.
And you know, and I thought she was, you know, I thought she was very attractive, and I was like, wow, and, you know, she was smart. And I was like, just, you know, I was kind of weary of her age, because I wasn't really trying to date a girl that was in college still whatsoever, even though I wasn't too far from that age either. But
yeah, we talked about that in our last video about how, like, I thought he was a lot older too at the time. Like,
yeah, she's looking for a Kruger.
What does that say about me? I was 21, and then I thought he was like 27.
And you were approaching a 29-year-old. Well, yeah, whatever.
But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think the rest is, wait, what happened after that? Then
we exchanged numbers.
And
you left, and we just went around the club. We just went back into our regular friends.
I think that we saw each other one more time before, like, I fully left. Like, I remember we were on the rooftop part, and like we did a, you know, one more walk, and we passed by. I was like, hey, and then I think that was like the last time I saw you that night, right?
Yeah. And then I think after the fact, it was about 2 weeks after I saw you the next time.
He says that, but I really think it was like a week. I don't think it was, because I remember I was like, the next day, like I came back and I told like my 2 roommates at the time, and I was like wondering, when is he gonna text me? I think you say you didn't text me like until 3 days after, but I'm pretty sure it was like the next day you had texted me and was just like, hey, like, it's Reggie from last night, like, how are you? You know, like, you kind of checked in. I remember that.
But I probably did. You know, I didn't think, you know, just like you meet anybody, you don't think it's gonna become anything. You know, but I did like our first interaction with each other for sure. So I think it took a long time to like actually like take her out to dinner, because she was in college at the time, so she was very like, meet me at this bar, meet me at the club, meet me at, you know, and you know, even though I'm still young too, but you know, I do have a little bit of home training of like taking if you like a woman, take her out to dinner, take her somewhere nice.
He was like trying to be really serious, and I was just kind of like,
I got morals.
And I was just, no.
My mom, my mama taught me.
I have morals too. Let's not get it twisted. Okay.
I'm a man that's raised by women, and if you like a woman or you interested,
you were doing all the right things. I'm just saying like where I came from. I didn't, you know, I wasn't sure exactly what your intentions were. But I think once we went on our first date, then I was like, oh, this is getting serious. Even though like it wasn't like serious in a bad way. Like I just felt I felt very comfortable with you.
Yeah, I would say
it felt right.
Yeah, we felt very, I think things moved very quickly with us at first, just because we felt so comfortable with each other.
Yeah, so quick, because I remember the next month, like it was my birthday, so I had invited you to like some party we were throwing at our apartment.
Yeah, I took you out on your birthday.
Yeah, we also had that like, what was it? Like the Black Student Alliance Gala.
Oh yeah.
And I remember I invited him to that, so that was like, we're coming out to everybody because, you know, they were like, who's Krissy's new, you know, boyfriend or whatever.
Definitely one thing led to another very quickly.
Yeah, because then he like met my parents too, like a couple weeks after, because I also invited him to like the big gala that we have at Georgetown, like our senior year at Union Station. So like my parents were there, my sister, my brother, brother, my uncle was there. So it was like the whole family, well, majority of the family were there. And it was like
and
introducing to him. And I had never talked to my parents about him either. So they were kind of like, who's this guy? Like, he's coming to such an important event.
It was very
like,
kind of awkward.
I didn't even know how to explain it because it was just
Kristen's family like is amazing. I didn't even know, you know, her family was so amazing because I think we barely even talked about your family. I think I knew you had a mom, dad, and stuff, sister, and stuff like that, but it was just like they, you know, picture the Cosbys, but better. I think neither one of us kind of, not to say we wanted it. We were just kind of going with the flow. Like,
we were definitely going with the flow. We weren't trying to put any labels on it really quickly. Like, we were just kind of letting things happen, you know, as they went.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, and then it's like the rest is pretty much history. I feel like we spent the rest of the time together. I mean, he was always driving to Georgetown to like pick me up for dates. He was living in Maryland at the time, so there was a bit of commute, but you know, we made it work. And
we did. And 4 years later, we are here, 10 months engaged.
So ladies, shoot your shot. Again, you never know. Like, you might meet your Prince Charming, like I did.
I got you, but I think we're gonna end it there, and we'll have something for you next week.
Please comment though if you guys have anything in particular you would like to see from us. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video.
Thanks you guys for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
Take care. Bye.